Cheers,
man,
cheers.
I had a doctor's appointment this morning. And then my brother-in-law, Marcus Pollard, that played for the Colts, and he's head of player development for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right, put the mic in your face.
I'm sorry.
Neal, can you support that table real quick?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, so the reason why I'm tired, man, I had to get out of there, man. That's why I'm he's in town because obviously my nephew's playing in Michigan, so they came in town to visit. But they, I took the time to visit my niece as well, who was just born, as you guys know. You got a chance to see her, meet her
last night.
Came over to the crib. So it's been like a shit show at the house, man. It's like a ton of people at the house. People are coming in and out.
He invites me over. I pull up and there's like 8 cars outside. I'm like, did I come to a fucking high school house party? Like, I was like, you got a bunch of people over?
I was like,
DJ Godfather in the building.
Downstairs in the basement, in the shelter.
Yeah, so now it's cool. But what were we talking about? Yeah, that's why I'm trying to write notes last minute because I'm trying to work from home after the doctor's appointment. Everybody want to come down and talk. Everybody want to catch up. So you don't get a chance to see family often. So now you got to put it on the side. But
well, gents, let's kick it off. 103 Club, we're back.
Back in business.
Back, baby.
You know, sometimes when we have remote broadcasts on Fridays, we're not in here. We can't do the 103 Club, but always a pleasure to sit down with you gentlemen and discuss whatever the hell's going on.
I did my best to make up for the last few weeks being off on last Saturday, so don't worry. I had you covered.
Have you guys hung out with drunk Nick Leach?
No, because
but I've seen like pictures. I've seen videos.
I've seen the eyes before in photos.
Okay.
The eyes tell the story.
Yep.
That's what a lot of people. I don't notice it as much, but a lot of people say like, "Dude," I was like, "Fuck."
I did not notice it until like we finished our 18 holes of golf, and then I was about to take off, and Leach just stumbles up to my car. I roll down my passenger window, and he's like looking at me, and he just starts slurring his words. Looked like he smoked like 10 blunts. His eyes are just bloodshot, and he doesn't even smoke weed.
Nope.
And I was just like, oh man, Nick is fucking gone.
You know what game would be fun to play with Leach? Probably all of us, to be honest. That shit we saw at one time and that they played mostly over in the UK is that first shot, last shot, or first drink, last drink. Where you do a video of your first drink.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
my name is Neal
yeah.
Ruhl, first drink.
Oh man.
And then they showed the last one. They were doing a wedding over in like London.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, you saw it. And it was funny. They did everybody else. They did the bride. First drink. Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm so excited. They last shot. She was passed the fuck out. Dress was all over the place.
But let's set the table for what Nick was dealing with on Saturday.
Okay,
right?
I want to hear this.
So last minute, it's a golf outing for Tyler, who works within Lady Jane's. His father passed away, and it was for his father's honor.
This was Saturday?
Yeah, last Saturday. So there's 3 girls that work in the office, Gabby, Victoria, and Stevie, and they were looking for a 4th. Well, Nick Leach offered up his services, as he should.
Which are amazing
and let's
services.
And let's preface this by they're very successful women, they're very put together women, and they're very beautiful women.
Ain't seen no Nick Leach now.
Nick Leach gets to golf with these 3 beautiful women. This guy's a golf pro. They're not golf professionals. So Leach is out there in his fucking element. He's teaching them. He's coaching them on every hole.
Good students of the game.
I
bet.
I was joking. I'm like, by hole 10, Nick Leach is going to be behind him like, it's all in dips. It's all in dips. And literally, we look over, and there's Nick Leach coaching these girls up. So he was having the time of his life, and they were getting hammered. And I think they got you hammered more than you got them hammered.
Well, it was the Mulligans by Gypsy Vodka.
Huh?
I've been telling everybody this, and look, this isn't show related or network related. I'm just analyzing having them. And Braylon, I told you this when we played at Detroit Golf Club.
Yeah, we did.
Them things are different.
Yeah,
Yep.
They are different, and you need to.
After
you need,
2.
You need to be prepared.
I had 6 of them.
You need to
How'd you walk?
It was a 6-hour golf outing, but yeah.
And that's why whenever I do the read, because I know you do the Mulligan read as well I do, every time I do the read, I overemphasize the 8%. Because all substances are 5. That 8%, it's almost on the level. Remember when they banned For Loco? Like,
yeah.
It's kind of like it's not
in that family.
It's in the ballpark.
A classy For Loco.
It's very classy. It can
So
classily
Well,
get
it
you
was
trash.
it was hot, not quenched your thirst.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Well,
So
Andy was drinking tequila shots. Let's also throw
that was
that in there.
mixed
Yeah,
in.
that-
So 6 of those plus some tequila shots had your boy feeling
Good Lord,
good.
I will also
that's
say,
aggressive.
Make
Oh, it
sure
was
when
awesome.
you have those on the golf course, those mulligans, make sure you have them in a cooler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Warm alcohol always is the
my golf bag had a
That-
cooler in it.
that warm shit, like at least with seltzers, like you know, like a claw. I'm not trying to diss anybody, but at least with a claw, it's like if it's hot, it still tastes a seltzer. You can get through it. That's still some bitch shit. Them gypsies, mulligans, hot. Shit, stop playing. Stop playing.
I'm just saying though, like just be prepared. I tell people that just be prepared. That's all you can do, right? You can just prepare people.
Yep.
Whether you act on it or not.
I can tell you the stove's hot as many times. Until you touch that motherfucker, you ain't going to know how hot it is.
I can tell you where the water is.
Right.
It's up to you to go drink it.
You guys ever gotten so drunk that you...
Yes, the answer is
yes.
yes.
Next question.
I volunteered myself to watch Victoria's mini Yorkie for a week.
Dog.
Victoria's dog's been at my condo for a week.
He was so drunk he committed to babysitting a dog.
Oh, yeah. You down.
It was,
And you're following up with that?
that was the biggest thing. I was drunk and I followed, like Stick and I, we were sitting around bullshitting. We were like, yeah, we'll watch your dog, because she was going to Arizona for work for the week. And we were bullshitting, and then apparently I decided my drunk ass was going to follow up, and that's what I did.
You did the follow-up. Like, I was like, yeah, bring your dog over. He can hang out with Woody, and then I walked the fuck away.
Then you ghost, yeah.
You know, that's what
That's
you do.
the playbook.
You offer nice things knowing you're not going to have to do them.
Guys,
right?
I'm still young. I'm still learning. Hadn't explained that to my girlfriend the next day. She was like, wait, you have another woman's dog in your bed right now?
That you got drunk with yesterday?
You know what it is? It's like the George Carlin stand-up bit where he talked about that. Like when people die, they say, anything we can do, let me know.
Right.
Call them out. Call the bluff. Well, the fence needs to be painted. The trash needs to be taken out and all that stuff. He's like,
I'm out of town.
yeah.
Yeah, whenever you can. I'm out of town for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Call them out on it.
So that's how my last Saturday went.
Yep.
Stick, you got to talk about yesterday, man.
Yesterday, yeah.
We got 2-0, man.
Braylon played on the Space Dogs softball team yesterday. And, dude, was it first inning or second inning? I think it was first inning because it was their third hitter. Just hits this fucking rocket right at Braylon. He's playing third. And Braylon, you could just see, like, the natural jugs machine reflexes comes out because he just goes like this. Whoosh, and catches the ball. And just like, everyone's like, holy shit.
And then I proceed to have 2 errors.
That's okay. No, let's focus on the reflexes. Yeah, no. And I got to point this out. This to me speaks to this man as a competitor. Braylon pulled his hammy, right? Pulled his hammy.
Great one.
Common softball injury.
I basically, if this was the league, I wouldn't play this week. I probably wouldn't play next week, but it'd just be a pull.
Right. Yeah. So he pulled it. And then we told him, like, hey, man, if you don't bat, it's an automatic out. So just go up there. You don't have to hit because we don't want you to run.
Take a walk,
yeah. Try to take a walk. What's the worst that happens? You strike out, you would have been an out anyways. Right. This motherfucker goes up there hacking and gets a hit and an RBI. And I'm like, I love that because we told him to just go up there and, like, relax. No. Yeah. I got to swing the bat.
We did that. I played, we played tournaments and stuff like that. And speaking of third, man, so we would play. I played C major for a couple of seasons.
I take second for the
and dude, like playing third base,
tough.
Get some of those shots. Dude, I had balls hit at me that I caught. Then you hear, was it one of those ones like you catch it and then you hear the zzz?
It's
like
funny.
That.
It's funny because they were so, like the rest of the team, they were so focused on the fact that the skills were as advertised. Meanwhile, Stick actually was looking at the excitement. Stick saw look in my eyes like I caught it. It was natural reaction. That was called reflex catch. Like
that's all it was.
Save your own life.
I would have moved if it wasn't me.
Right. But you don't
have time to react.
And that's the other
fight or flight.
That's why I always liked playing third base, and people were and that's why I always did play because no one else wanted that shit.
I was a
bitch. Third base was damn good though.
Yeah, it's hit.
Fred's good. The third
it's
base.
hit at
Fred
you.
was good.
You know what I'm like? It's hit at you. So either you reflex on it or you don't get it. Like those are the only two things.
Yeah, we had a strong infield yesterday. Even when they moved you to second, like Shlomo's a hell of a shortstop. Fred's good at third. You're great at second. And if you miss me at first, you suck.
Yeah, he sticks like Sticks legit. Like Sticks like the guy doing the splits, catching it over here.
Oh yeah,
Stick was cold.
I miss my softball days, man. I do. They were fun. I should get out there.
Get back into the swing thing. I'm working on this hamstring, man. I'm about to go to the gym. I'm about to go to the batting cage over on 13.
It's fun, man.
I like it though. The main reason when he offered, he said, "Hey," and this was last week. I was like, "Sure." I always loved softball, man. My sophomore year, junior year, we won intramural softball at Michigan, and it's some teams. It's some guys.
They're balling out there.
So I love it, and I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was out of shape. I knew I was more out of shape than I've ever been. I looked the part, but
all right, what's out of shape for you?
Oh man! After the first inning, after like the full first inning in terms of defense and offense, I was spent. I was like ready.
You're in the gym pretty regularly?
No,
right?
I haven't been in the gym in like 3 years.
Really? I
look like this.
Yeah,
I just
I'm stunned by that, dude. Yeah.
So I
Neal's
knew.
face just now is awesome.
So I knew I was out of shape.
deal with it, Neal. He's
But
just
yesterday,
built like this.
I
Built
felt
different.
tired. I was fatigued. I had my hands on my knees. I pulled my hamstring because I'm 240 now. Like my playing weight was 217. So like, it's a sneaky 240. I'm still 6'4". Man, I knew I was out of shape, so I was happy to play because I really wanted myself to feel bad about, like, what are you doing? And damn it if it didn't happen. Pulled my hamstring. I was like, who the f are you right now? So I'm in the gym starting tomorrow.
When I was playing, that was in my prime drinking days. And you guys, I think a lot of you know this, right? I used to be really big.
Yeah, that's
really
Ryan,
big.
so.
Yeah, when we were at ESPN together.
You got pictures?
Like 3
What's that?
bills,
You got
big, right?
pictures?
Yeah, 338.
338.
That's what I topped.
That's
Oh, I
what
want
I
to see some pictures.
Yeah, I got a picture.
That's what Wendy weighs.
I topped out at 338, and that when I was around 320 was in my prime softball days, and like so
Pitcher.
Yeah.
well third base and pitcher, right? Because it's at you or it's not. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? But like I did that one time, and I even through that though I was always able to run, right? Like I would always run miles, that 8-minute mile, 8.5-minute mile. Just
Athletic big men are fascinating to me.
Well, yeah, but I did it.
Yeah.
Well, and I would do it just to
Sean Rogers
make
dunking.
just to make sure I could still do it.
Right.
So that was like the motivation to keep doing it. But I played softball during that, and it was a cold night one time, and I had a ground ball in the infield, and I was legging it out, and I could still run pretty decent. And I reached for the base, and I had a pain.
Yep.
I heard a click back here, and a pain that shot through my leg that I never felt in my life, and I tumbled like a tumbleweed, dude. Torn hamstring, it was awful. People that have never hurt their hamstring before don't know.
It's different.
They don't know.
It is different.
I
And
think
for
I've
me, it's
pulled
like
one. I don't think I've ever-
I haven't run in a very long
Shut
time.
up,
Like
young
run.
guy.
Like, I haven't run in a very long time, and it's like I worked out. Like I started working out at 6. I played t-ball at 6. My dad had me running track, like you know Stan.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So that's real track. That's not I'm out there for participation points. So that's
Off the block,
that's
baby.
7, 8, 9, 10. I'm doing soccer, tennis, basketball. Then I started playing football. So from 6 to 30, what am I, 39? 6 to 36, I was working. I had some type of regimen. And then after I retired, I was working out the hardest I've ever worked out. I just took a break when I was in school. I went back to school in 17. Kind of tapered off the workouts, and slowly but surely, I'm now working out not 5 times a week, it's 4. Then 18, it goes to 3.
Yeah.
Then 19, it goes to 2. Then COVID hits, it's like, fuck you. So, like, I got cool with just sitting on the couch and looking good.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody tell me, man, you like you
Sitting on
still
the couch
play.
and looking good.
People blow your head up. It's like, man, you like you still play, which makes me further not go to the gym. And then I realized trying to run to the base at 240 and I pull my hamstring. Yeah, motherfucker, that's what you get.
And I gotta ask you,
240.
That's what you get.
And you're out of shape.
I gotta ask you, Braylon, do you feel extra pressure knowing that you're a professional athlete at one point and you're playing with like dudes like me
That
right?
want to be
I
athletes.
wish you could have heard the inside of my head.
Right.
When I missed not the first ground ball. First, like not the one I dove for. By the way, I dove.
Yeah,
That lets
my
you
man
know
gave
how-
all
lets
out
you know how
effort.
committed I am.
Vertical, baby.
Hey, it's not serious until you get a raspberry. So the first one I missed, I wasn't worried about. But the next one I missed when I was in second, I was gonna do the scoop and hit you, and I missed. I felt so unathletic, and I felt so unlike myself. I know these motherfuckers are like, damn, he went 3rd overall, and blah. So I legit.
I used
There
to watch
has
this
to be
dude
that
on
added
TV.
pressure,
It
bro.
is.
There
And so
has
that's
to
why,
be.
like, I went home right before you got there. I told everybody, I was like, that's what I needed.
You
I
took
said,
some ground balls when you got home, didn't you?
as soon as I got home, I was like, now I'm gonna put that motherfucking Planet Fitness that's been sitting in my bag, the black card membership.
Yep.
It's been sitting in my bag since May.
Me too.
And I haven't used it.
No.
Guess what? Tomorrow it gets activated.
Yeah.
There you go. See?
No, because I was talking to Billy about that after the game. I'm like, man, I can't imagine being a professional athlete showing up. Because like all the guys that play in our league are guys that were good at baseball in high school, but either had an injury or just
the
never
coach
made it.
hated them.
Yeah, they just never made it. Like me, like I'm a decent athlete. I just never made it. But
You're
like,
an above average athlete at everything.
yeah, but like playing softball with these guys that play fucking softball, that's all they do. So they're really good at softball. And then Braylon just comes in cold off the bench, but you're still an ex-NFL athlete. Everyone looks at you like, this guy's going to be fucking amazing. And even if you're the slightest bit under amazing, they're like, oh, yeah. Like you're held to such a different standard than I am.
Well, you know what's funny about that is we actually played against McCarty a couple of times.
Really?
Yeah.
Did
And
he hit the ball?
he didn't hit it far,
Right.
but
consistent.
He was so fucking fast.
Really?
That if the ball bounced twice on the infield, he was safe. Like there was literally nothing. He was so a hockey player, man. Like
I guess
and
I don't
he
really
can't
equate
skate,
them
right?
with being fast running, but I guess the up and down on the feet is the same.
Yeah, and he was so fast you couldn't do anything with the guy.
Yeah.
And he would chop it, but he played to that. So he would literally not try to hit a home run or split the gap. He literally would chop it into the ground and be safe.
I'm not a home run hitter. I'm a base hit guy, and you need that in softball because our league only allows 3 home runs a game.
Yeah,
You don't want a bunch of dudes that just
strategic,
house it. You know, you want to just keep station.
I
to
do. I
station.
miss the softball. I like going to the tournaments, and I like drinking the beers and shit like that. Obviously,
Yeah, we talked about doing an out of town tournament with the
Yeah,
team.
they're so much fun.
Yeah, I wanna
so
do
much
that.
fun.
For me, like I played for a little bit, like right as I started becoming like an assistant golf pro and stuff like that. And I read a few things, heard a few things, like, oh, it's like the worst possible thing you could do while working on your golf swing.
That's
So,
bullshit. That-
Just play softball.
yeah.
but I think it comes a point to like when you play enough golf and then you go like you can differentiate the swing, right?
It's the
But,
swing,
like,
right?
Yeah,
for the
it's
common person, yeah.
correct. Yeah. So like for me, like back in the day, like this was right out of high school. I graduated in 2011, so I was starting to play like 2013, 2014, but that was also when I was starting to play golf too. So for me, I was like, I'm just going to focus on golf. And
Yeah, I mean,
I
like
just
for-
noticed you got a capital L and an E in your name, so that's my fault, people. If you're watching, like, why the fuck does it look like that?
That's pretty dope. Actually.
I'm a moron.
yeah, that's all right.
I would prefer. Yeah, I would like the. I would like the U. I want the 2 dots over the U for me.
You know what
When
I like
do
about
that.
all 3 of you? You both are first name, last name people. Like, you're Neal Ruhl. You're not just Neal.
Yeah.
This is Nick Leach. It's not just Nick. This is Braylon Edwards, not just Braylon.
Oh yeah.
I've always been jealous of one name people though.
Yeah.
The Brazilian soccer players. do that.
Ronaldo.
Pele, Ronaldo,
Yeah.
Ronaldinho.
Yeah, they all get
Messi.
one name.
Yeah, I'm just
Like, no one says Lionel or Lionel. It's Messi.
Messi.
What's your guys' middle
Sade.
names? You got any cool middle names?
No, Edward.
Oh,
Edward?
okay.
The exact
There you
opposite
go.
of a cool middle name.
Edwards. Almost.
Oh,
You're
okay.
almost
We're
there.
man.
What's your
Just-
middle
just
name,
missing
Braylon?
S. Jamel.
Braylon Jamel
It's
Edwards.
a nice flow to it.
What about
Like,
you?
I hated my middle name growing up because I was like,
It does flow though. I'm not
Braylon
gonna
was
lie.
so like Braylon was that. It was that deal.
Yeah.
And it was like Jamel. I hated the follow up until like as you get older and you watch. It's all about flow.
Yeah.
Braylon Jamel Edwards flows.
It
Yeah.
does.
Right.
100%.
As I got older, I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck, middle name's
Fuck
okay,
with
but
it.
if
Can I start calling you BJ?
no. Funny story about BJ.
BJE.
You ready?
Hey, what
for
up,
this?
BJ?
Sounds like a Jeezy
Oh
lyric.
no, I got a funny story about this. Fucking with you white folks. So I go to UND Jesuit middle school.
That's right.
Which is
Fucking with the white folks. Yeah.
predominantly white. Hey, best education I had, including Michigan. UND Jesuit was a different type of education.
Shout
It's better
out.
than Cranbrook and Country Day. Put my money where my mouth is. So
And that's big. That's a strong
No,
statement.
it is.
but
I feel honored that I spoke there to a class once. Like I felt smarter being in that room. But go ahead.
Is what I've done.
So I go there, and so instantly, 7th grade, they start calling me BJ, like BJ, and I know my nickname. I mean, I know my initials, so I roll with it. I roll with that shit for like 2 years. I roll with it 7th grade and 8th grade. Then I go to King, and then my boy Simeon, Richard Simeon, played hockey at UND, played hockey at Fordham. My year, he was in an Army Ranger, etc. He was like, man, stop letting them call you BJ. He said, you ever wonder why I never called you BJ? I was like, not really. He was like, that means blowjob. Like,
Oh, it does.
I'm this,
that's
I'm this
what it
green
means.
black kid from inner city. I'm not thinking BJ is. I'm not putting it together.
Right.
So
I'm not
after,
capping on you. Yeah.
yeah. So after that, I never let anybody call me BJ again. Like motherfuckers, like I'm trying. And I'm like, I give you a warning. Don't call me BJ.
What about your middle name?
I'll be
Leach?
saying that shit on the golf course.
What's your middle name?
Nobody in their right mind
You're gonna
has
wish it was
ever guessed,
338.
guessed my middle name ever. Now,
Gerald. Is it Gerald?
It does start with a G. That was
G?
actually
Gary.
good. Nope.
Gerard.
Nope.
Gerard.
No one. You'll never guess it.
Gustav.
Is it a name?
No,
that
that's
I've
actually a
heard
good
before?
guess. That's probably like the best guess anyone's ever had. It's a name. It was actually a
Gustafson.
name of a former president.
Gerald?
Gerald
No, he
Ford?
said Gerald
Nope,
already.
it wasn't
No,
Gerald.
it wasn't Gerald.
Garfield.
Grover.
Grover.
You told me this
Grover.
before.
Yeah.
Nick
Damn,
Grover
damn, damn.
Leach.
Nicholas Grover. It rhymes. It goes off better.
How do you not rock Grover gear all the time
So,
from Sesame
How did you
Street?
not go to Harvard
Huh?
based on your name alone?
Why aren't you a president?
So it's funny. Like when a lot of people find out my middle name, like
You should
especially
be a regent. Like, it's me-
especially as I've gotten older, like people start calling me like by my middle name, like Grover. Like my girlfriend's dad, I was playing golf. Like when I get pissed, sometimes I hit a bad shot. Like Nicholas Grover, And then like last time I played with my girlfriend, he's like, "Did you say Grover?" I was like, "Yeah, it's my middle
Grover.
name." He called me Grover the rest of the day, and still for like the last month and a half, that's what he's called me as.
See, my middle name is not exciting because I go by my middle name, Samuel. So everybody calls me Sam outside of Stick. That's the most common. But my first name is what throws people off. It's Clarence. Clarence Samuel Day II.
Me and our boys had a real marriage.
Right, see? And I swear to God, I'm the only white Clarence you'll ever meet in your life.
I think so. I had a
Damn, that's could be factual.
It's true.
Braylon,
There's a Clarence on Nickelodeon, a little fat white kid.
Okay.
Is there?
All
It's
right,
a cartoon.
Oh, yeah, he's a piece of shit. Look, someone sent me that the other day.
I had to read.
Honestly.
tomato.
Yeah, it's a cartoon.
He's a
That was
piece
pretty good
of
that you
shit.
knew that.
He is
though.
a piece of shit. Like
That-
it's a cartoon about this Clarence just being a fucking moron. Like he's a goofball. Like, it does not do any good for my name.
Is it wrong though?
Fuck you.
Nick Leach, real quick before we wrap things up here. I know the drinks are getting low.
Shout out to Pingree, by the way. These are Mayor Pingree old fashions, and we're out of that bottle. I got to get another one for us. That's the 6th year that we're drinking.
Yeah, which is
I get the next one.
which is in my top 5. Mayor Pingree, red. However,
Yeah.
I do have to share this. Stick came through and got me a tasting of the Mayor Pingree Black Label.
And
Which is-
blue.
Yeah, and blue. Right.
Yep.
The black changed my bourbon life. It is far and away the best bourbon I've ever had. And look, Valentine Distilling, all the people out there, I just want access to buy a bottle. I just want to buy, and I know it's $160 bottle. Like,
Yeah.
It's, but I would pay it right now. Take my money, please.
I dropped 190 on samples that night.
I know.
That's sweet. They at least
Here's
let
the
you take them
question.
though.
Has Wisconsin won the Big Ten? When's the last time Wisconsin won the Big
Yeah,
Ten?
they won since the playoff.
Football?
Never.
They haven't.
No, they won
Never.
it.
Last time they won was 99 with Ryan Dane, correct?
What when they won the Big Ten? A Big Ten?
Oh, when they played Cade McNamara
didn't
in the
they
Rose
beat-
Bowl with UCLA?
Yeah, Cade McNown.
Yeah, Cade McNamara.
Cade
no,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
Russell
yeah.
Wilson win the Big Ten? I'm pretty.
Oh,
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
he's right.
yeah,
They beat
against Michigan State. Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Michigan
Spanked
State's
them.
been twice.
But that was before the conference.
it was.
alignments,
It
right?
was, but
Yeah,
they
they
still won it.
And that was still Paul Chris, right?
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Why do you ask? Out of curiosity.
Because they
Why
put
the
out-
hard left?
They put out the Big Ten rankings on coaches, and like I have a difference of agreement with their
PJ Fleck, number
'Cause
one. Roll the boat, bitches.
that game is when I became a Russell Wilson fan.
You're absolutely right.
Hey, Braylon, real talk, and I said this on the shows, the Big Ten, man, while obviously they can't hang on the court or in the football field, they can't. We got a lot of data to prove
Yeah.
it. They dominate the boardroom, bro.
We did. Hold on.
Dominate the boardroom.
We did get cheated. Like I will say, there's one big team that did get cheated in basketball in the hardwood. No football teams got cheated. Ohio State obviously the only ones won. Whatever. Michigan got cheated against Louisville. If you go back and watch that game,
Oh
Basketball?
yeah, the block.
Peyton Siva,
No,
baby.
No.
Peyton Siva.
No. I can break that game down in its entirety. It's still to this day, and this is way before analysts work.
I love Trey Burke.
This
too.
is like there was a bunch of blown calls. Here's two of them.
Remember when
One,
the Pistons
Glenn
tried to
Robinson hit a
steal
3 and got
reverse?
fouled.
Wow.
He didn't call and one. Trey Burke hit a 3 in the first half. They didn't call and one. He got knocked down. on the shot.
That's any official will tell you that's routine.
Okay.
Ball goes
I'm-
through, they don't whistle it.
I'm good with that. You ready for this? That they didn't call. Their forward, the guy that can shoot, the guy that ended up making. Remember after Spike Olbrich
Athlete.
hit 5 in a row. Then remember their
Spike.
guy hit
Forgot about
five
that
in a
guy.
row. Their guy was in foul trouble, and there was a play where he fouls.
They're not going to call that foul, Braylon.
It was to the hole. Like it was to the hole. Glenn Robinson goes to the hole. It wasn't a 3.
They're not calling it.
Didn't call the foul, and he's
Yeah.
they called the foul.
And then they changed who it was on.
Yep.
Yeah.
They called it on.
They do that all the time, Braylon.
They-
I'm
they-
there 40
Okay,
times
No,
a year.
okay, well,
Not good
it
for
still
my
doesn't make me
knowledge.
wrong. Still doesn't
If
make
we
me
do, I
wrong.
gotta have
Right,
fucking.
but that's not the way it goes down, man.
If you're blowing 11 calls, if you miss 3, it's one thing. I get it. It's championship. You don't allow it to go down because you.
But
want
how
the
many
team-
calls do they blow
But
the other way?
When you blew,
They didn't.
they
Hey.
didn't blow any the other way
Wait,
except for
I'm
one
just
on
asking.
Bohannon.
I haven't
Bohannon
studied
was
this game.
their power forward. They missed one on Bohannon, or they called one on Bohannon that was not his fault. So I get it. But this is what happens. The call was on whatever his name was. They called on Gordy Jang, who ends up getting drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves. In that play, he's taking out the game if they blow the call on him, because that's already 4 fouls in the first fucking half. They don't call it on him. Patino leaves him in. Guess what happens in the next 2.5 minutes? He had 5 threes. So if you call that foul on him,
He's
But
out
they're
the
not
game.
calling it. It all comes back to. Hey, real
Oh,
quick,
paid receiver the block. You're right.
you talked about Trey Burke.
Yeah.
I just saw KCP signed another $30 million contract.
Yeah.
Who had the better career? Who had the better pro career?
Oh, man.
KCP. Yeah, no doubt.
He's got a ring.
Should have.
Who's that?
The Lakers were stupid for getting rid of him.
I saw a good question the other day. It said, "Would you?"
No, you remember that though, right? That
Yeah.
Trey Burke, KCP
yeah.
deal.
Oh, was
I
it?
think the Pistons were right on that one.
Someone said
They were right on that.
Would you have rather have the career of Carmelo or
It's gotta be somebody with a ring.
it was a role player?
But
Robert
that has
Horry.
like 2-3 rings.
It might have been like Iguodala. They might have compared. It's like, would you rather have Iguodala's career
Iguodala's not even close.
or?
Oh, Iggy for
Iggy,
sure.
it's not even close.
I think
Not
so.
only did he get paid,
I could be
Yeah,
wrong.
the
Hold
MVP
on.
in the
Not
finals.
Not only
Hold
did-
on.
MVP in the finals,
Hold on,
bro.
hold on, hold on.
That's a lifelong dream.
I could have been wrong on that, but
Hold on.
I
Let's
thought
just say it's those two. Not only did Iggy get paid over $200 million in his career, he also has 3 rings. Also has Finals MVP. And
MVP.
He can go on. You can go wherever and do whatever and say whatever.
I would probably and look.
Who's better? It's not even close as Melo.
I'm compromised.
Uh-oh.
I'm about the bag. So
Melo,
give me the career earnings.
but
I'm consistent.
But hold on.
All things being equal,
hold
how
on.
much money these motherfuckers
Yeah.
make?
Okay, but hold on.
Carmelo made more money.
But hold on, watch this though.
That's my
Iggy's
answer.
gonna be a coach
But
though.
hold on, watch this though. If you're arguing $300 million and no rings and potential Hall of Famer, which he's definitely first ballot Hall of Famer. If you're arguing all that versus $200 million, 3
Iggy
rings
ain't
and
made $200 million.
yes, he did. His first big deal was
Either
like
way, that extra $100 million, Neal
That's-
can be
he's-
bought. We've learned this.
That's 3 generations of your family.
Yes.
But 200
You know what I'm
mil,
saying?
200 versus 300, and then you add 3 rings and a
Yeah,
finals
but the
MVP.
100 million's three
But
more.
what do you think the
generations of
incentive-
your
Hold on,
family.
but there's only been 60 finals MVPs, and he's one of them.
Right.
What do you think the
That's
incentives?
fine.
I mean, what's an incentive for Finals MVP? then?
not enough to cover $100 million.
I
know that much.
It's the fact.
It's
that
the juice. Like you're into the juice.
It was the fact that until this year, he could say he's got finals MVP.
But you got to
He's
understand
got-
this man's motivation compared to your
Yeah, it's
motivation.
different.
It's different.
No, but I'm.
He's so here. I got the perfect analogy. Ready for this?
I'll be quiet.
He's a live golfer. You're a PGA Tour
100%.
player.
100%.
But I see. I'm in both arenas though. Like I like both. Like if you want to go that analogy, I agree. But I'm actually with both. I like getting the bag, and I like individuals to get the bag and fuck the other shit too. But at the same time, if you happen to be able to do both,
Yeah.
like Iggy was able to do. Iggy didn't make what Carmelo. Carmelo probably made 350.
Yeah.
But Iggy made 186 and 3 chips, and he got the Finals MVP.
Well, the
Yeah.
debate is on. Put
Yes.
it in the chat. Let us know. The old fashions are out.
I might have to use that.
Thank you to Valentine. Thank you to Pingree. We got to get another 5th. What are we sampling next, gents?
Well, I don't know.
All right.
Something 100, right?
We'll
Like,
figure it out.
We need 100 proof in here.
Okay.
Gypsy vibes.
Woo.
Challenge
Let's cut the
accepted.
bullshit.
The first alcohol I ever tasted was Captain Morgan 100 proof.
Oof. We used to make kids do 103 shots or 3.
No, 151.
Yeah, 302 shots. A double shot of 151.
Oh,
Welcome.
Hey, Valentine Distilling, holler at me.
Yeah.
Want to buy a bottle of the Black Label?
Rufino,
I gotta
hit us
roll.
up.
Love you guys.
Have a
I'm
good
out.
show, Braylon.
For sure. You know,
We out.
103 Club. We out.
It's always motivation after doing it with you 3. It's easy. I'm gonna go. It's funny.